Okay. So just think about it. You've been eating for the past 3 weeks. You've been taking water. You've been hot sort of things. And you cannot defecate. Simply means you cannot excrete. You cannot defecate. You cannot. So sorry guys. Let's continue. So just imagine you've been eating for the past 3 weeks, 4 weeks. You've been taking food. You know, gifts can take three types of food in a day. She ate in the morning, in the afternoon, in the night. She has been taking water every day, doing all sorts of things. And all these things she's taking in, there is no way things are leaving out or leaving the body. No. Just think about it. To be a pathetic situation, right? To be a very, very difficult and a bad situation. We have so many people in the hospital now that they are there just because they are eating, but they cannot excrete. They cannot release things out of the body. So excretion is very, very important because there's a way it helps us to remove. It's not everything you put into your mouth that is profiting to your body system. It's not everything you put into your mouth that has 100% nutritious value to your body system. There are some things you can eat shawarma, you can take any food, you can take apple, eat it with ogono. And after everything, just maybe 20% out of everything you consume is okay for your body system. The other 80% needs to be excreted out, right? Now imagine you cannot excrete it out. To be a problem. So that is just summary of what excretion is. Excretion simply entails the removal of waste products from the body of a living organism. Let me just write it out. It is the removal metabolic waste products from the body of a living organism. So with the little introduction I gave to you guys, you should know now why excretion is very, very important. If you cannot excrete, it simply means there will be accumulation of toxic substance, right? You just be hitting everything. And the things that are not good for your body, they will begin to accumulate, 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 accumulate. And before you know it, it will be a very bad situation, a very terrible one. Like I said, if you can visit the hospital, you see some people that they run pipe to their stomach and they're just defecating through that. It's a very terrible situation. So one of the importance or the significance or the functions of excretion. So let me just give you, they will not ask you functions actually. Once we get to where they will ask the question, I will let you know. One of the functions of excretion is that it prevents accumulation of toxic substance. It prevents accumulation of toxic substance. Another one is that since it can prevent accumulation of toxic substance, therefore it will aid, or let me say it will helps in normal metabolic activities. The normal metabolic activities will not be altered because our substances are coming in to the cell. The system has release a pathway or construct a pathway that will ensure that the things that are not good for the body, we call them toxic substances, they are leaving. So with this, excretion will ensure that there is normal metabolic activities that is running in the body system. There are sometimes, I don't know if it has happened to you, Gift, that you are feeling pressed, that you feel like urinating. There's a way in which your head can be having different kind of sound. Like you will not get yourself within that time because you just have to urinate. Imagine you are in a transport, you are traveling, and there's no way for you to urinate. There's a way you don't feel comfortable. You almost feel like crying, like God. Just sometimes there was a time like that. That was here. I don't want to stop the bus, but I was just like, oh God, just let something happen to this bus. Everybody can just wait. I will just find a way to urinate. So you get so when you can excrete, there's a way it aids normal metabolic activity. So that's another function. So you can say it supports normal metabolic activities. We have different functions. It also helps to maintain internal balance. Remember homeostasis. So excretion also helps to maintain homeostasis because there's a level of ions that should be in your body system. There's a level of water that is be in your body system. There's a level of solutes. There's a level of different substances, urea and all. So if there's accumulation and you cannot excrete it, that means there will be improper rate, improper volume of some substances. The substances that has to be in 20% can be in 80% due to accumulation. And if you cannot excrete them, it will affect. So it helps to maintain internal balance. It helps to maintain. It helps to maintain internal balance, or you can say it contributes to homeostasis. So you can also take other examples, other functions of um, excretions, but they will not ask you actually. So this is where they ask you a question. They will ask you the excretory structures in organisms. So let's just move that. Let's move there. Let's move to types of excretory structures. Types of excretory structures in organisms. So we have different types of excretory structures in organisms. I will just give you a few of them. Then I will give you a diagram that we use to understand a few of the excretory structures. So they can hurt you in these aspects. They can just give you a structure and they will ask you where it is found, on which organisms is that type of structure found, and they will give you options. For example, they can ask you contractile vacuum. Contractile vacuum is found in amoeba in Parameciums, and it helps to remove excess water. Mention amoeba. So this is they can ask you what is the excretory structures that is used in amoeba. They can ask you contractile vacuum is an excretory structure that is used in which organisms. They can give you A, Hydra, B, Bugnena, C, Spirogyra, things like that. So you must be able to provide the answer. So, like we said, the function of contractile vacuum here is that it helps to remove excess water. To remove excess water. Mother, do you get that? Let's go to flame cells. That is B, right? Flame cells is found in flatworms. And it helps to remove nitrogenous waste. So they can also, you can see question on this aspect. They can just ask that the type of excretory structures that is found in flatworm is dash. Can ask if flame cells is a type of excretory structure that is found in what or which organisms. So what you just need to do in this place, know the excretory structures, know where they are found, and know their function. Is that okay? All right. Nephridium. Nephridium is found in H1. Don't make the mistake of flatworm to H1 because Nephridium is found in H1. And it also helps to remove excess water and metabolic waste. Excess water and metabolic waste. Let me just give you like three, two more. You can look at other organisms. Maphigian tubus, that is insects. They like this question a lot. What's the of Maphigian? It is MFA. No, Maphigian tubus. It is found in insects. It helps to excrete uric acid. And that one is kidney. That one is common invertebrates. It helps to remove excess water. It helps to remove urea. It helps to remove salt. So remove excess water. So remove urea, excess water, and salt. On invertebrates. I think we should stop here, Abi. You find the rest for yourself. The other one they want to okay. Stomata and lentil. Stomata and lentil is found in plants now. You know that one by now. And it helps to remove oxygen, CO2, and water vapor. To remove oxygen, CO2, water vapor. So these are the excretory structures that they want you to pay attention to in your syllabus, in your biology syllabus. So let's look at excretory. Let's go to the second slide. The excretory mechanisms in mammals. Lillian, what's your favorite color? Lillian, are you there? It's like this guy is dozing in the classroom. What should you do for it? You're not dozing. What's your favorite color? You don't have
Pink.
pink. You are still thinking about your favorite color. Everybody likes pink, all ladies. That's all. You don't have favorite color. How will you be thinking? Gifts, you want me to call you? I won't call you. Even if it is food matter, I will call you. I won't call you. So let's move to the first excretory mammals, mechanism in mammals, which is the kidney. Remember, we explained this kidney concept. I think I've explained like 2 times already now. And let me just give you the diagram. Yeah. Can somebody remind me the organism where kidney behave as an excretory structures? Who is the third person in the class apart from Titi? Is she confident? Is the person confident? I know it's confidence. Confidence. How are you? Confidence, can you hear me? All right. So tell me the organisms where kidney behave as an excretory structure. Confidence. And are you with me? You're not talking, you're just giving me thumb up. Gift, yeah, tell me. I just gave you guys just now. Man, is it man that I call it? I said vertebrates. Let's see that Gwenny. Look at the notes that I gave you here now. I said kidney is found in vertebrate, not just man alone. No. Please. And I said it helps to remove urea, excess water, and salt. Do you now remember? Confidence. All right. So this is the diagram that we are looking at. In case they ask you that you should identify a component or the order, please and please pay attention to the diagram. Know where there is renal pyramid, where there is renal colon, where there is renal artery, renal vein. By now, you should know anything that has artery, you should know what they are doing. And anything that has vein, you should know what they are doing. I taught you how to identify it. Anytime you hear the word artery, you should know what they are doing. Right. And the renal cortex, the renal capsule. You can see renal capsule is the one at the external layer, right? Can you see it there? So it simply means anytime you see the first layer, it is talking about the renal capsule. And that means in their functions, one of the things they will do is that they have to protect the kidney because if they act like the cell wall. Please, are you with me? They have to protect the kidney and they can also give the kidney shape and, and maintain its shape. So if they point a arrow, if they point an arrow to the first layer, that means it is the renal capsule. They get it. And if they ask you that you should give us the function of that arrow, it simply means since it is found at the external structure, it protects the kidney and it helps to maintain its shape. Please, is that taken? That is renal capsule. The other one that is closer to renal capsule is the renal cortex, right? They're like they look like the cell membrane, but they're not cell membrane. So renal cortex, it is the site for ultrafiltration. Renal cortex. Is the site for ultrafiltration. Do you know what also ultrafiltration is? Everything you consume inside your body, it has to be filtrated. That is the residue, the solute, and the solvents. So if your renal cortex is not working properly, you'll be losing too many solutes to your urine. And that is why some people, if you look at their urine, it will look like a gelatinous. It will look like Maclean. Do you know toothpaste? All right. So I was talking about the site of ultrafiltration. If this site is not working properly, it simply means many solutes will be leaving your body, via your urine. Your urine will become more thicker. So it is a site for ultrafiltration, but there's something we call nephron. So this renal cortex contains nephron. I don't want to go to nephron and nephron. So they are the site where ultrafiltration occurs. It contains nephrons. So after that, let me go with renal pyramid. This guy here, it is one that is involved in urine. Anytime you hear the word renal pyramid, it will concentrate urine and it will send it to the pelvis, to this guy here. Look at the arrow. What did I say? They concentrate urine and channel it to pelvis. So after the urine reach the renal pelvis does, renal pelvis will connect the urine away Are we getting how the thing is flowing together? Let me use another color. So we said vena pyramid will concentrate urine and it will send it to the pelvis. This vena pelvis, it will collect the urine and it will pass it to the ureter. It will collect the urine and pass it to the ureter. Is that taking? So this vena column here, this is the only guy we've not seen here. This vena column is just like a supporting structure. What it does is that it supports kidney structures and it also helps to carry blood vessels. You can see it. If you can zoom in, you see some blood vessels that are attached to it. Oh, my battery is low. All right, you can see the vena column guy here. You can see it supports the kidney structure. So we started with vena capsule. Let me recap again. You can see vena capsule is the one that is located at the external structure because they will draw kidney to you, or they can draw any diagram and they ask you to identify and to label. You can see vena capsule. We started with vena capsule because it's at the external layer, right? And because at anything I taught you, I told you anytime you see a structure or a component at the external layer, many times it is acting as a protective layer, like it's protecting that cell or protecting that tissue or that organism. Look at the kidney here. We said vena capsule protect the kidney, Abi, and it gives it a shape. It has like a pin shape. It helps it to maintain its shape. Hope that is taken. And after that, we move to vena cortex. We said vena cortex is the site of ultrafiltration. It helps to filter substances that are moving into the kidney, isn't it? And then we move to vena pyramid. We say vena pyramid, they concentrate urine and they will channel it to the pelvis. The pelvis will collect the urine and they will pass to the ureter, where it will leave out, it will leave the organisms. Another thing we check is the vena column. We say vena column, it helps to give this extra support to the kidney. Let's just identify it out. This vena column gives extra support to the kidney. Give extra support to the kidney. Wait, help me charge my phone. Inside the bag. I don't remove my charger out. Okay, so where are we? So it will mean the vena artery, the vena vein. So this is the ureter that this guy will send, this pelvis guy. So what else should we talk about? So this vena, this ureter will collect the urine and transport the urine to the. Let me just write it here. Ureter will collect the urine and transport the urine to urinary bladder. Please, do you get how vena pyramid, vena pelvis, and ureter works now? From vena pyramid to confidence, are you with us? From vena pyramid to which one? To vena pelvis. From vena pelvis to ureter, isn't it? From ureter to what? Urinary bladder. Please, do you get it, guys? Only Gift is answering me. Or Lillian, are you sleeping already? TT Alpha now. You know they do gentle girl. So which are we? Yeah, okay, the vena artery and the vena vein. So the vena artery, what it does actually, the vena artery we bring waste that are containing blood to the kidney. They will bring all those substances containing blood. They will bring it to the kidney. But the vena vein, they will take it away from the kidney. Sorry guys, give me 3 seconds. I'm coming. Hello guys, sorry for that. I quickly attend to something. So where are we? So do you know all the features, all the components in the kidney now? I said vena artery, they bring waste containing blood to the kidney. Please go on. Sorry. And I said the vena vein, they carry purified blood away from the kidney. So I want you to study. I want you to study this diagram again. Check it. Is there anything that you still don't understand? Gifts. I hope you are clear with everything. I need your response. So we are leaving this one now. All right. So have you written the definition for vena vein? They carries purified blood away from the kidney. Away from the kidney. And these ones, they will bring waste containing blood to the kidney. They bring waste containing, or they bring substance containing blood or nutrient that the kidney needs. They bring it to the kidney. So that's just the summary of this diagram. You can see that we've gotten the functions and to identify the components of this diagram now. So let's move on. I would have asked us to go for nephron. Can somebody teach us or tell us the function of kidney? From everything I've explained so far, looking at the individual components here. You should be able to tell us the function of kidney. Isn't it? For excretion of urea, for regulation of salt balance, for regulation of water balance, it aids homeostasis, for filtration of substances and nutrients, and so on and so forth. So let's quickly go to another part, which is nephron. These are the major two things that JAMB actually expects you to pay more attention to. Now look at the nephron. We have many diagrams there, and I'm sure kids don't like all this wahala. But let's study it together. You can see the Bowman capsule, the glomerulus, the basement membrane, the distal tubule, the collecting duct, the ascending limb, the descending limb, the loop of N. Some people call it loop of N. The afferent arteriole and the proximal convoluted tubule with the efferent arteriole. So these are the structures of the nephron. But then how will I give you the function? Will you guys go and do the function yourself? Okay, let me just look for a place to get the structure and the function for the main structure. I think that would be more better. Sorry, let me just write it out. So the functions of some basic parts like the Bowman capsule. It helps to collect filtrate from the glomerulus. Let me start with the glomerulus cell. The glomerulus helps in ultrafiltration. It filters blood. What helps in ultrafiltration in the kidney? Anybody? Lillian,
Renal cortex.
what do you call it?
Renal cortex.
Okay. So in the nephron, it is the glomerulus. It filters blood. Now, that filtered blood, the Bowman capsule will collect it from the filtered blood. So that's the connection between the glomerulus and the Bowman capsule. Now, so which other things should we check? Let's check the distal tubule. The distal tubule, they regulate the salt balance and the pH balance. You know, every organ has their own acid level. For example, the stomach has a pH of 2.0. It's very acidic. So the distal tubu in the nephron, what it does is that it helps to regulate the level of the salt and the level of the pH. So distal tubu regulates salt balance. It regulates salt balance and pH. What else? The proximal tubu, it helps in the reabsorption. It helps in reabsorption. They help in reabsorption. They can help in reabsorbing glucose. Reabsorb glucose, amino acids, water, salts. Anytime you shall hide the word reabsorption, it is talking about the proximal tubu. Anytime you hear the word Bowman capsule, it is talking about collecting fetal blood. And anytime you hear the word glomerulus, it helps in ultrafiltration to fetal blood. And distal tubes, they regulate salt balance. Gift, what happened? Why are you crying? Are you
Go
hungry?
back to the note. I've not finished writing.
Oh, yeah. All right. So quickly check it. So the loop of Henna, it concentrates the urine. Do you remember the kidney? I gave you a specific organ that helps to concentrate urine, which later channeled it to the pelvis. Do you guys still remember when I taught you? What is the answer?
Renal pyramid.
The renal pyramid. Yeah, it helps to concentrate urine. So for the nephron, we use the loop of Henna to concentrate urine. Once you are done writing, let me know. Confidence, are you with us? Lillian Alpha, Titi, Titi, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you done writing, please? We need to move on now. Gift,
I'm
are you done
done.
writing?
Thank you.
Confidence, are still writing. Copy, answer also. Confidence. Are you done now? I'm not done. Okay, please, we give you 1 minute to write, please. Lillian, I believe you can identify any components in the kidney now. What is the external structure in the kidney? What's the name? Now, what is the function? the exterior structure in the kidney. Lillian, are you there? Lillian? Lillian? Oh, Lillian, oh. Answer also. Have you forgot
Renal capsule.
renal
Like
capsule?
it
All
functions
right.
in protecting the kidney from injuries and Mhm.
Okay, okay, okay. That's good. Confidence, are you done? Gift, what is the function of renal vein in the kidney?
renal vein.
Yeah, renal vein.
Renal vein returns filtered deoxygenated blood
Okay.
from the heart.
Renal vein. What does it do?
It returns filtered deoxygenated blood from the kidney back to the heart
Back to the heart,
through
yes.
the inferior vena cava.
You don't renal cavity. Confidence, are you done writing? All right, so let's move on. So, let's quickly look of your NF. It helps to concentrate urine, just like the renal pyramid. Concentrate urine by water and salt movement. That's look of NF. Which one? Okay, let's do collecting dots, which is the last thing we should do there. The collecting dots. Who is talking there? Collecting dots helps in the final transportation of urine. Before it transports it will do the final concentration. So it will concentrate it, then and then transport the urine. Yeah, I think that is clear. Under the excretory structures in mammals, I forgot to tell you lungs. I believe you will still remember the excretory structures for these guys. The function for these guys. The lungs, it helps to remove CO2, right? And it can also help to remove water vapor. Mhm. In case they ask you. And the skin to remove sweat. And sometimes it can help to excrete a little bit amount of urea, like small amount of urea. So you can quickly write that down under the excretory structures. Lungs helps to remove CO2. Okay, sorry guys, so sorry for that. I sent someone food. He went to go overspend. I don't want to go. Mm-hmm. I will match gift and the person together. So where are we? So have you written down lungs and skin as excretory organs? So let's go to excretory product of plants. Excretory product of plants. Excretory products of plants. These ones, actually, we've made mention of it before. When we get to the excretory structures, we talked about some few things, the stomata, the lentil cells, and all. But let's just touch it afresh for the sake of people that are not in the class before. So you need to understand that as animals can excrete waste products, plants also can excrete waste products. Now you begin to wonder, how does plants excrete waste products? They also have their own uh, pathway for excretion. For example, plant excrete waste products through major three things: diffusion, transpiration, and storage in leaves, bark of fruits, and all. So let's just take it one by one. Let's just say plant excrete waste products through the excrete waste products through the following. Number one, through diffusion. Just remember the definition for diffusion. That was part of the things we treated when we were talking about transports. The transport of substances across membrane. Is it not 2 weeks ago or last week? Transpiration. Transpiration. And the third one is storage in leaves, bark of fruits, so let me just quickly explain this, because you'll be looking at this. How does plants excrete waste products? Through diffusion. Plants actually remove waste products, but then it is waste gases that can wholly move us. You know, when we talked about diffusion, we said diffusion is the movement of gas molecules from the region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration until they are evenly distributed, isn't it? So the wholly product, the only substance that can be excreted where diffusion is gas. Are we together? So plants can remove waste gases by allowing them to diffuse through small openings in the leaves and the stem. And that is why they can give us oxygen as a waste product, and we can take in oxygen as a need. You know, oxygen is one of the byproducts of photosynthesis. Do you remember? Doing their own activity, their own respiration. And we need it for survival. So we take it in as they are giving it out. So plants can remove waste gases by allowing them to diffuse through maybe some openings. And oh, I hope that is taken. For the transpiration also, no plant, they can absorb a very large amount of water from the soil. I taught you, what is the organ that is used to absorb water and mineral ions from the soil? Not transport to absorb. Did anybody still remember? ATV gem. You don't use them job. Yes, it's not just root, so you are right. It's root hair cells. Root hair cells. Yeah, that's good. So plants sometimes they can absorb a very large amount of water from the root hair cells, like from the soil through the root hair cells. Yes, yes, you are correct. So anytime they absorb all this water, sometimes they absorb more than what they need because they don't actually know what they need. They just be absorbing, 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 depending on the availability of the water. So once the water is too much for the plant, or let me say some waters are not being used, so they will find a way to release the excess water that is being absorbed by the root here from the soil. So this excess water is being removed by transpiration. So plant will remove the extra water as sometimes water vapor through the leaf. That is what we call transpiration, the loss of water via the leaf. Do you get that? And the last one is storage in leaves, parts, or fruit. So there are some times when plants uh they will release waste products in leaves. You just see some leaves, they will be dropping down. You see some bark of the plant, they'll be peeling off. You see some fruits, they'll be dropping down and they are not good again. That is just a special way that plants can remove waste products from the plant. I hope that is taken. So let us quickly move to examples of plant excretory products. Examples of plant excretory products. Confidence, do you get it? Examples of plant excretory products. All these ones actually they are not very important. But let me give you the product and I can give you some maybe importance or let me say economic importance. Oxygen is a product, respiration, carbon dioxide, CO2, photosynthesis. Let's go and do testimonial. My system did not misbehave today. It's not working properly. So write this theory down. I want to move to the next slide.
What did you write there? Is it animal?
Tanning, Tanning. Leather tanning. Hi guys, done. All right. So another one is resin. Another one is gums or adhesives. alkaloids, medicine, and so on and so forth. So, one of the things you should dwell on under excretion, we are moving to another topic now. We are done with excretion. One of the things you should dwell on under excretion is the excretory organs in various organisms. Go and know it. They can ask you, they can ask you nephridium or nephrida. They can ask you which organ is using it as an excretory kidney. They can ask you Mapikian tubes. They can ask you anything. Do you get it now? Go and pay attention to the excretory organs in every organism, especially the one I gave to you. And pay attention to the structures and function of kidney and nephron. The structure and the functions of kidney and nephron. Then the plant excretory products and the uses. I think I didn't give you resin, which helps in vanishing resins. So let's do some question and answer before we move to the next topic, which is support and movement. So let us finish 2 topics in a day. We are doing well. Clap for yourself. Okay, let's go to let's do question and answer within 10 minutes. About the tests and the textbook. And the past questions. Coffee, what happened? Why are you crying? Why are you crying? You're not done with the last notes. Okay. I'm coming. I'm trying to look for. Are you done? All right. Let's quickly this is. They said which organ excretes urea in mammals? Which organ excretes urea in mammals? A, liver, B, lungs, C, kidney, D, skin. Which organ excretes urea in mammals? A, liver, B, lungs, C, kidney, D, skin. Thank you, kidney. Skin don't excrete urea. Please, oh, don't be skin up. The functional unit of the kidney is the dash. The functional unit of the kidney is dash. A, neuron, B, nephron, C, vena pyramida, vena pyramids, D, glomerulus. The functional unit of the kidney is the dash. A, neuron, B, nephron, C, Vena pyramid. D. Glomerulus. Nephron. Very good. Which excretory structure is found in insects? A. Nephridium. B. Flame cells. C. Maffigian tubules. D. Contractile vacuole. Which excretory structure is found in insects? A. Nephridium. B. Flame cell. C. Maffigian tubules. D. Contractile vacuole. Nephridium. In insects. I will beat you all. I will flog you. I will show you. Maffigian tubules. Yeah. I will come and arrest you now. Don't worry. Maffigian tubules. You want to change a excretory structure for insects. If insects catch you, do you think they will agree? Something they've been using before you are born. I pity you. It is Maffigian tubule. Better. You guys just go and read your notes. Which waste product is removed by the lungs? This one, I don't know why them is so. I don't want to say they are useless. Imagine question. Which waste product is removed by the lungs? A. Urea. B. Urine. C. Carbon dioxide. You don't even allow me to type. Give T. How do you know the question? You are still using witchcraft. So this you are using to do again. Now these are the questions I tell you that you should not use more than 2 seconds to pick. Do you see now? Sweat contains mainly A. Protein and fat, water and salt, water and amino acid, water and glucose and amino acid. Sweat contains mainly water and salt. Very good. All of you don't channel. I know Lillian and Give, they don't know the meaning of channel. Channel simply means how will I even explain it to you now? You don't they blow. You don't they know. Which structure remove excess water in amoeba? A. Nucleus. B. Food vacuole. C. Contractile vacuole. D. Cytoplasm. In fact, imagine C question. Is nucleus an excretory? Oh God. Is food vacuole an excretory or is cytoplasm? No, I think I sent the jam pass question to you. There's no time. I would about us to open the jam question and be looking for question ourselves. Maybe that's what we'll do in the next class. We open the jam pass question. All the topic we've done so far, we'll be treating it together. Number 1, gift we do it. Number 2, linear. Number 3. I think that is okay, Abby. Is that okay? Sure, very good. The process of urine formation does not include A. Ultrafiltration. C. Selective reabsorption. B. Selective reabsorption. C. Tubular secretion. D. Transpiration. Oh, Jesus. How will they put transpiration in this on also? I'm tired, but which excretory product of plants is economically useful? A. Which excretory product of the plant is economically useful? A. Economically useful. This question, I think there's a mistake there. A. Oxygen. B. CO2. C. Tallene. D. Water vapor. They make a mistake in this question. The answer is oxygen and tallene. Tallene also is an excretory product of plants. but they make a mistake. But because they put economically, in fact, economically, oxygen is economically useful. We mammals, we use oxygen now for our own respiration. And tannin too, we use tannin also. Let it agree. So that question is not totally correct. Hope you guys know something that you cannot score 100 in the exam. Hope you know. No matter how much you get, you cannot score. The highest is 98. I have friends that have scored 98, 98, 98 before. 98, 98, and they scored 86 or something. So you cannot score 100 at all. You cannot score 100. Which organ helps in osmoregulation in mama? Osmoregulation. You pay your question. You know what? This is what we do. In the next class, we will check another jam because this jam question, yeah, I don't know. It's getting too simple for my liking. We will check. I think I sent you to your class group, Abi. So we go and download one and be checking it. So I will project my screen. We'll be searching for questions together. So I won't be the only one searching for question online. The question we are using now is for my school. Do you know my school? So, but these questions are too simple for my liking. So, which organs helps in osmoregulation in mammals? A, liver; B, kidney; C, heart; D, lung. Imagine. This words are OJB. I wish you know Yoruba. I wish you understand Yoruba. All right, let's go to the next chapter. Support and movement. We'll be talking about all these tropic movements, elastic movements, all these type of skeleton, type of joints, function of joints, supporting tissue in plants and animal. So this is the topic. Let's go to another chapter. Support. Let's take another slide. Support and movement. This is chapter 9. We are doing well. So from the word support, it simply means there's something that is giving the organisms, both the plant and animal, support, like the ability of organisms to maintain a posture, like a shape. For example, now clothes. If you put clothes on the table, it will just drop down. Nothing is giving it support. But let's say, for example, you are wearing the clothes. There's a way it will take the shape of your body. So that means your body is acting as a support to that clothes. So support is just an ability of an organism to maintain its shape and posture. Is that taken? Ability of an organism to maintain its shape and posture. And movement, from the word movement, is just the ability of an organism to change its position or probably changing its habitat. So that is movement. The ability of an organism to change its position or to change its habitat or to change its location, to change its place. So for example, now when Gift is going to do her exam, she's changing her location, right? She won't be doing an exam inside this room. So she will have to move out. So that is movement. So the ability of an organism to change position or place. Quality of organisms. So let me erase that. Ability of an organism to change its position or place. So that's just the major thing. But nobody will ask you for the definition of support. And nobody will ask you for the definition of movement or the function. Support and movement, they helps in protection for locomotion, like for movement. In the for all these organisms like banana, I think they use their cyclopods, cyclopodia for locomotion and all. We will use our legs for movement and all. So nobody will ask you those things. But the place they will ask you is the support in plants. Let's go to support in plants first. Support in plants. Support in plants. So I explained this to you before. I want to remember the topic. When I was explaining sclerenchyma, parenchyma, collenchyma. So they are important support in plants. It is coming again. So this support, they help the plant to attain flexibility, durability, to attain some resistance to some certain things. So they give you this kind of protection. Plants are supported mainly by all these supporting tissues. So without these supporting tissues, plants cannot have this effective adaptation. They cannot survive for a long time. So that's why we are checking this support tissue in plants. So for example, the first tissue that we should check, collenchyma. I gave you a cheat code then. I just hope that you guys remember how I gave you the collenchyma, parenchyma, and the sclerenchyma. I said the collenchyma, they are found where? Please remember. Let me just repeat tissue. They are found in the young stems. In the young stems, in the leaf stalks, and all. And the function of collenchyma is that they give flexible support. That's a major function. Another one is the sclerenchyma. They are found in the mature stems. And they give this rigid support. They give rigid support. And they also classify xylem and phloem also under support tissue. The xylem fibers. They are found in the roots, in the stem, in the leaf, and the xylem actually they helps in conducting water and mineral salts. So in terms of support, they give support and conduction. Just use support. and conduction. Another one is the phloem. The phloem fibers. What's the function of phloem? Who can remember? Confidence. What's the function of phloem?
It transfers food from the leaves to other parts of the plant.
They transfer.
Food.
Who is that? Who is speaking?
Billion.
Lillian.
Yes.
Hey, yeah. Lillian. That's good. Confidence. I asked you a question. You did not answer me. Hmm? Yeah. But now I expect you guys to understand the difference between xylem and phloem already. So let's move to another thing that the plant can use as support, apart from the special supporting tissue, is turgidity. So let me just give you a short note on turgidity as support. Are you done writing? Can I move on? We are not done. I hope you are slow in eating as you are slow in writing too, so that when we are eating together, you'll be the last person to we will chop all your food. Because I know Gift is very fast in eating. She will be the first one, she will eat everything. I know Lillian too with her voice. You are fasting, you can shop fast in writing, but you cannot write fast. Ladies, I fear ladies. I know Lillian too. Lillian would not like to eat rush. She's a calm girl. Have you two they eat fast? I trust you. I only give her confidence they chop fast. I quickly write it. Do you still remember what is plasmolysis and turbidity? Titi, what is plasmolysis? Titi, what is plasmolysis?
You boo.
Titi, are you there? Titi, you are not answering us.
So plasmolysis is when plant cells shrink due to water loss in an hypotonic solution.
Very good.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
what is turbidity?
Shame me. Am I the one that is supposed to answer that one too?
Are you not? I know it's all that.
What's the question again?
Turbidity is just the opposite of plasmolysis or placidity now. So if by plasmolysis, waters are leaving the cells in an apatonic solution. So turbidity is when
Water
waters
day.
yes, water is coming, the cell is absorbing
Okay.
water and it becomes very turgid, like big. And if care is not taken, it will burst. Oh, I who know how to swim here? Nobody. Thank God. Now, Lillian did not know how to swim. Let's say, for example, I take her to for a treat because she will need a treat after the jam exam. No, by now you guys are reading. Yeah, sending love emoji. Okay, I will not take you out for a treat. Over there, I will not come. Only if you come here. And maybe let's say I take her to you two, you cannot swim. Oh, Susan, you are even here. And she enters the water and I'll just be looking at her like this. Let's say I want to punish her. She'll just be taking in water, taking water. Before you know it, her stomach will just be coming out, coming out. So that's turgidity. When there is inward flow of water into the cell, and before you know it, she can just fall. Say, I don't give up. Hey, my Yakubu, I don't give up. So that's turgidity and plasmolysis. So how does turgidity give support? It's not wickedness. That's not wickedness. That's just they are just plain. It gives firmness to soft tissue. It gives firmness to soft tissues. And if there is loss of turgidity in a tissue, like there's loss of water, you know that it will cause plasmolysis or flaccidity. So there's something we call wheating. When the plant began to wheat, but some people don't hear you by here. Like it will be having this stunted growth. It will be bending. So loss of turgidity causes wheating and help. But the most important place that they will ask you question is the supportive tissues in plants. You cannot escape that. Let's move to another subtopic under that, and that's movement. We've talked a little bit about support. Let's talk about movement, and we join the two together. Movement in plants. You should ask yourself question: does plant move? If gifts, why am I even saying gifts? For example, hey, gifts. God have mercy. If Suzanne, let's say Suzanne plants something inside the compound. Let's say she planted a mango tree. And she planted a mango. And maybe she planted it at the center of the compound. And one day she just woke up and she saw the mango tree at the back. I'm sure that night, Suzanne will not sleep that house. So when we talk about plant movement, it's just like a response. What do you say? Damn, bro, I know, serious. So when we talk about plant movement, what we mean is that plants can respond to stimulus. Like there are some plants that when you touch them, they will close up, they will go down. There are some plants when you touch them, they will move up. That is just the plant movement that we are talking about. We are not talking about plants changing their location. No. Plants cannot change their location until you put it and put it another location. But plants also can move by response to stimulus. Stimuli such as light. That is what we call phototropism. When light shines, there are some plants that in the afternoon they will be so fine, they'll be a little bit taller. But in the night, they will go down a little bit. Yoruba people will say, once you lost some, like they have went to bed. Is that taken? So those kind of plants, they respond to stimulus like light stimulus. We have some plants that respond to water stimulus. During rainy season or when there is water, they are so flourishing, they grow very well. And by the time there is no water again, they will reduce. And even if you sprinkle them with water, they will be so happy. They will respond. There are some plants that respond to gravity. There's some plants that respond to touch. So that is not what we are talking about in the movement in plants. I hope that is taken. So plant movement are responses to stimulus. Let me just write this for you. Plant movement are responses to stimuli such as light, water, gravity, touch. So now let's check them one by one. The type of movement in plants. The types of movement. So this is where they will be asking you a question. Let's check the first one, the tropic movement. So when we talk about tropic movements, we are talking about directional growth response to stimulus. Like the angle the stimulus is coming from is where they are responding to. That is tropic movement. So let's say it is the stimulus is generated by light. So that means we have phototropism. So there will be directional growth in response to light. If it is water, this is if it is gravity, I think that's gravitropism. Water is hydrotropism or something. So there will be a directional growth in response to that stimuli. So that is just tropic movement, directional growth. Directional growth to the stimuli. So for example, let's say for example now, number one, phototropism. Let me look for a diagram for you. Can this place contain a diagram? Let's start another tab. Lilian, what's your color? You said pink, Abby. Let me use your color. Where is color pink here now? Gift, what's your color? Gift, you shall want me to ask you
Black.
before. What's your color?
Black.
Where is color pink? Suzanne, you like pink. What's color pink, sir? Titi Lola blue. Okay, let me go for blue then. Because me, I don't know color pink. Don't worry, the next slide we use your color. But let's go with color blue for now. So we talked about tropic movement. We said they are directional growth to stimulus. Now, let's check this diagram. We want to check for the phototropism. So, 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 we want Now, can you see? Look at the first diagram, Suzanne. What can you say about the first diagram? Is Suzanne there? Suzanne's not what there. Confidence, are you there? Look at the first diagram. What can you say about it? I will just call some people, they will not just answer. Ah, Jesus.
Yeah, actually, the first diagram.
And now look at the first diagram. What do you see? You can see that. Look at the growth of the
Yes,
plant.
actually,
It
the
is directional to
sun.
the angle of the sun, Abi.
Yes,
You can see that they created this parallel angle. It is almost the
yeah.
same thing as the it is parallel to the angle of the sun. Look at the second diagram. The sun is coming from a slant angle. Now look at the tree. Look at the plant. You can see the plant is now turning. The part of the plant has turned towards the light. Can you see the difference? Can everybody see that? Uh-huh. So that is what we regarded as phototropism. So anything that is directional growth towards the stimulus is what is tropism. If you touch a leaf now and the leaf come to your direction, it is tropism. If you maybe it is in response to gravity, that's geotropism, Abi. So if let's go to geotropism. Don't let me assume you. I want us to skip this before, but let us quickly check it. So we check phototropism. Let's check geotropism also. Can you see the geotropism? Now, can you see the geotropism now? Now, Lillian, can you explain the difference between phototropism and geotropism to us? Lillian, no, you two, you are not responding again.
Ah,
Now,
the
we are talking about directional growth in response to gravity, right?
yes,
Uh-huh.
the,
You should always understand that the shoot, how does the root grow?
so the difference between phototropism and geotropism is that in phototropism, the growth of plant is like the growth of the plant in response to light, while geotropism is the growth of plants in response to gravity.
Okay, so how can you now explain geotropism?
Eh?
How can you not explain geotropism? Are you under the bridge? Are you
Hmm?
outside? You on a fan, abi?
Sir?
Are you under the fan or beside the fan?
Fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm beside the fan.
Okay. Okay. Do you have an idea? Gift, do you want to bail her? Okay, go ahead.
Phototropism is the response of plants to sunlight, while geotropism is to gravity. In phototropism, the tips of plants are going towards the direction of the sunlight, showing positivity, while in geotropism, the roots are going towards the direction of gravity, that is downwards, showing positivity. Right.
What about the shoot?
The shoot in respect to geotropism is negative because it's going against gravity.
Very good. So these questions they ask that question a lot. Shoot goes away from gravity. Why root goes towards gravity? Is that taken? Take note of that. Then we ask that question. I have 50%. Something is telling me inside of me now that they will ask the question. So we have about 10 minutes to go. So hydrotropism is directional growth in response to water. Let me just give you the diagram also. Then you can interpret it yourself. Just look at the diagram. If you look at the diagram carefully, you will understand it. Anybody that want to explain hydrotropism to us using the diagram, look at the source of water. Look at how they respond to the source of water.
Let me explain. Hydrotropism is response of plants to water.
Exactly.
And in this one, we're not doing negative or positive because it's just the root that is absorbing water.
Mm-hmm. Now look at the water now. The water was put at the base. The water source is at the base of the, what will I call it, the bowl, the bucket that contain the plants now. Look at the way the plant is growing. Now look at the second diagram. The water is just coming from a side and it displays the plant to one side of the bucket. So that is what we call directional growth in tropism. Anytime you hear tropism, it's talking about directional growth. That is, the plant is responding to the source of the stimulus. Is that taking? Let's just take the last one before we call it a day today. There's another one they called sigmotropism. That one is touch. Sigmotropism. Let me write it for you. Sigmotropism. That's response to touch. like we said, there are some plants that when you touch them, you see them, it's either they go down or they go up. I've forgotten the name of some plants like that. Is it not sundew? No, it's not sundew. There's this plant like that, like a cactus plant. Once you touch it, it's not even
Touch
cactus.
and die.
Eh?
Touch and die. I've forgotten the scientific name.
Yes, yes. There's a scientific name for it. So once you touch it like this, your people will like patamo, patamo, patamo. That's what we call it. Only Titi we understand and Suzanne. Lillian and Kate will not understand that word. So it simply means close down, close down, close down, close down. So I've forgotten the name actually. So that's just it. So in case they ask you phototropism, anytime you hear photo talks about light. Phototropism, the stimulus is light. So the plant responds to the direction of the light. Anytime you hear the word hydrotropism, it's water, right? The stimulus is water. And anytime you hear the word geotropism, it's gravity. The root will go downward, while the shoot will go upward. And technotropism is touch. Touch. I think we are good to go on that. So the next thing we need to check is the nastic movement. Can somebody remind me the first thing we check under the movement? The first thing we check is the tropic movement. The next one is the nastic. This one we call it non-directional response to stimulus. Non-directional response to stimuli. So we start from this in the next class. This one is that there's no stimuli, but there's just non-directional, like the opening and closing of the lysostomata or the flowers now. The non-directional effect. So we'll be starting from the nastic kind of movement in the next class. But we give you an assignment. You guys go and check the role of auxins in tropisms. That's the assignment. Go and write out the roles of auxins in tropism. The roles of auxins in tropism. Is that clear? Is that clear? Benita, I'm just seeing you. Benita, what happened? I didn't see you in the last class. What's your test score? Benita, can you hear me? Suzanne, you two, you ran away for your test. Don't worry. Benita Fano, can you hear me? You don't want to talk, Abby? Where have you been all this while? What's your score in your test? I think you participated in the test now. You were down in health. Suzanne, you've missed a lot of things. So, have you checked the videos, the submitted videos? Have you checked it? Have you listened to it? Have you watched it? You haven't. It is well. So, we'll be coming to the end of the class from here. So, we started from here. Started from excretion. We checked the definition, the functions, We check the type of excretory structures in organisms. Then we check the functions of the excretory structures and the organism that they are found. Later, we move into the second slide where we check the excretory mechanisms in mammals. We check the kidney and the nephron. And I taught us how to identify the excretory components in the kidney and their respective functions, how they link together. I said capsule, renal capsule, it's the one at the external layer. So with that, it's known that it's protecting the kidney and it's giving it a good shape maintenance. From there, we move to renal cortex. From renal cortex, we move to renal pyramid. We say renal pyramid, they have to concentrate urine and send it to the pelvis. Renal pelvis will collect the urine and send it to the ureter. Ureter will collect the urine and send it to the urinary bladder. Very simple. And we talk about the renal vein and the renal artery. Also, we said the renal vein, it carries purified blood away from the kidney. And we said renal vein, they carry substances that are containing blood to the kidney. We also move to the nephron and we check few functions of the components in the nephron. From there, we move into the third slide, where we talk about excretory products of plants. We talk about diffusion, transpirations, and storage. These are the ways through which plants can excrete their own waste products. We talk about, I explain how diffusion occurs by diffusing gases like oxygen, for example, in photosynthesis. They leave the plants where they live by diffusion, transpiration, the loss of excess water in the plants. I will talk about how the excess products that is being stored in leaf, bark of fruits can be excreted by peeling or by falling off from the plant. Also, we talked about the examples of plant excretory products, oxygen, CO2, tannins, and all. And then we move to another topic entirely, with support and movement. Under the support, we explain support, we explain movement. We talked about support in plants, the parenchyma, the sclerenchyma, the silent fibers. I didn't give you the parenchyma. Please go and find parenchyma to it. Is that taken? And we talked about turbidity as support. Also, we talked about the movement in plants. That's where we stop. We talked about how plants can respond to stimulus such as light, water, gravity, and all. And we talked about type of movement in plants, the tropic movement and the nastic movements. We check the phototropisms for light. It talks about the geotropism. It talks about the hydrotropisms. And it talks about the sigmotropism. I believe you understand all these things. Now, let's listen.
Yes.
Do we all understand? Okay. Benita, message me after the class. Is that taking? So we'll be handing the class on these notes. And yeah. Sorry, guys, I lost my network. Confidence has left. I know. Okay, now. So, like I was saying, just get ready uh for your jam. Please and please. I was telling you how to get ready. After every class, revise everything that you have been taught. Then go online for at least 30 minutes or 1 hour in that day. Check the past questions on that same topic that you have been taught that day and do as many questions as possible under that 1 hour. So with that, you will know, oh, I don't understand this aspect. Oh, and I understand. I don't understand. So you'll be able to judge yourself well. In the exam hall, you won't have me to explain to you. I won't be beside you. If I'm beside you now, that's a cheat. I will not be beside you. I'll just be smiling at you from here. And after the exam, I will message all of you, submit your jam score. Anybody that does not submit his jam score on time, I don't know, say, Kasala don't bust. No problem. Kasala will not bust too. At least now I give you guys there's a target you have to meet. There's a target to in any subject, don't score less than 70. That's your target. You're not scoring less than 70 in any subject. So with that, to ensure that you have about 280 or 300 in your jam score. So let's end the class here. It is already 2 hours. Is that taken? Take care of yourself, guys. Bye bye. Lillian, are you giving me a thumb up? Is that you or your friend? Somebody's using your system, I guess. That's not you. That's not you. I trust you. Come back to your normal self. Come back. Suzanne, you are fighting me, Abby. Keep it up. Ọlọ́run máa parí ìjà wa. Benita, you too. Okay, let me return it. So, Suzanne, you are fighting me for you. What did I do? Did I offend you? You are not talking again. Kò sí nǹkan kan. Okay, let's go. Lydia, don't worry, you are not lost. Gift and Benita, bye bye, Jai. Don't mind Suzanne. She just want to enter me. Yeah, take care, guys. Bye bye. I know Gift and Lydia, they will not want to go early. They'll be the last. I know. Like I said, I know. Yeah, bye bye. Lillian, this is for you. Gifts, this is for you. Bye bye.